Okay, hi everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you're going to fix a satellite image, especially Landsat 7 images that has this gap issue in the image. Right from about 2005 to date, the Landsat 7 satellite have been producing image with that particular error. You notice that your satellite image will have lines. Now the good news is that you can actually fix it and remove those lines. So quickly I'm going to load those images and you are going to see how the lines are affecting the image. And the problem is that when you have such lines in your images, you won't be able to carry out your analysis as expected, because those gaps are actually going to cause you some error. So this is a satellite image for 1991. So I'm just going to load all the spectral bands so that we can see how they look. So the one for 1991 shouldn't have this gap we're talking about, but then the satellite images for years, especially after 2005, they will definitely have this gap error. Now the gap error is one of the error that can occur on a satellite system when the satellite is facing some technical way out, so to say. Then also some parts of the sensor might be faulty, and then I don't know. I used to think that okay, this satellite has been like this for years, more than 10 years, and I used to think that that someone should be able to maybe the internet from the International Space Station just send a an astronaut there to fix one or two things so that we can get good images from Landsat. I don't know, but then I think that should be what consideration, because if the satellite is no longer good, then I think we can just do away with it then and decommission the satellite rather than providing us with images that we cannot technically use in our analysis as they are. Although it's not all part of the images that have this issue, but it happens that most of the time the part that you are most interested in is the one that has that issue. So you just need to now find a way to remove that particular error. And for this process, we are going to be using ENVI 4.5. So um, okay, quickly, you notice when you download a Landsat 7 image before 2005, it doesn't come with this gap mask folder. Now the gap mask folder is a folder that the folder contains information about the gaps in that image. So if we observe these images carefully, we can see the error I'm talking about, the geometric error. Oh, sorry, the radiometric error rather. Now, these gaps are actually not needed for my analysis, and if I run any analysis with these gaps, I'm definitely going to have issues. So, how do I go about it? First, I must get these gaps out of these images. So to do that, I'll be using my ENVI software. I have ENVI 5.1 here, so it comes with both the new ENVI and the ENVI Classic. So I already downloaded a tool from ENVI website called ENVI Gap Fill. It's just like an extension or an add-on that you add to ENVI. So to use the add-on, you just place it in a specific folder in your ENVI installation For instance, this is my ENVI setup, and inside it I have the Landsat gapfill.sav. Now, if I want to use this image, this extension, if I want to use it, I'll just copy the extension. I'll copy it, then I'll go to my program files where I have installed the ENVI. So I'll go to ENVI 5.1, then I'll go to classic, then I'll go to the save add folder. So inside the save add folder, I'm going to paste the ENVI, the Landsat gap fill extension there. Now this folder is where you add extensions you want to use within ENVI. So once I've done that, I can now access this tool from basic tool, pre-processing, then data specific utilities. Under data specific utilities, then if you go to Landsat TM, TM means thematic mapper. So if you go to Landsat TM, you're going to see the Landsat gap fill tool, which is what we are going to use for this exercise. So I'll go to open image file, then I'll go where my image is. So I want to select this image to view. So once I load it, I can see the available bands and so on. So if I want to display it, I can load it to a new display. So once I do that, I'll have the image loaded in a new display. So I have the imagery here now, and I can go back to the gap fill tool. So I've set the output file name now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to specify the input file. So this is the input file because I already loaded it here, that's why it's appearing here straight away. So once I click on OK, it processes the gap fill. It's a very straightforward process. You first add the image to ENVI. After that, you use the gap fill tool, and then you have the image that has been rectified. So let's check this out now and see how it displays. So we can see this is the image, and boom, the line is gone just like that. So I'm going to repeat this for all the spectral bands that I have downloaded to clear all the gaps in the imagery. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find this tutorial very helpful. So again, I'm going to go through the procedure again. Let me close all these windows now so that we can have a fresh start. So I want to close all the files I already have here. So I currently do not have any imagery. So once you start your ENVI, this is what you do. You go to File, Open Image File, and you select the Landsat band that you want to load. You can load all the bands that you want to fix. So in my case, I'm going to select all these bands, and then I'll click Open. So once I do that, all the bands will be loaded in ENVI. So we can see now that all the bands are loaded in ENVI. From band, I have band 1 to band 8. So first I'm going to start with band 1. So to do that, I can create a folder where I want to keep the images that I have corrected the radiometric errors. So to do that, I'll go to the folder where I have my project, and I'll create a new folder there. So projects, this is my project, and this is where I have my imagery. So inside this place, I want to create another folder and call it rectify. So I have my rectified folder, and inside rectify, I want to rectify the 2001, then 2011, then 2021 Landsat images. So, but currently I've added the images for 2011, which have those gap error added. So this is 2011. Then I open it. Now I don't want to go through those folder again, so I'm copying the address. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load this image just to see how the images appear. So to do that, I can select the image here, then come here and click on New Display. So now I have a new display. The display allows you to see how your data is even before running any analysis, and also that's where you see your analysis. So now we have this imagery here that has the lines. So these lines are what we want to replace. We want to replace the lines with the accurate data for those particular cells that are affected. So to do that, I'm going to use the ENVI toolbar. From the ENVI toolbar, I'll go to Basic Tools, then Pre-Processing, Data Specific Utilities, then Landsat TM and Landsat Gap Fill. Once you open the Gap Fill tool, it first asks you to select a location and a file name for the output file. So to do that, you are going to click on this Choose button. Then I want to go to my imagery folder, then go to my rectified, go to 2011, and currently I'm working with the band 1, so I'll just put b1.tiff. Now once I do that, I click OK. It saves the reference to that particular file I just created. So I click OK. Then the next thing I want to do is to specify which band of the image I want to use. So I'm going to select the B1, which is the one I want to rectify, the one I'm displaying here currently. So once I click on it here, I click on OK, and then you can see that the file is being created here and it's being written. So the process doesn't take time, and before you know it, the image is there and it has been fixed. So to see what we have just done, I'm just going to load this band to the display. So once I do that, you can see that the gaps are gone, and at least I can work with this imagery better now than the way it was before. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you find the methods discussed helpful. So after doing this, I can repeat the step for all the bands that I want to fix. Then if I go back to ArcGIS Pro, I can see the folder where I have the rectified imagery. So I can go to rectified now and 2011, then add it to the map. So I'll get to see that the rectified image is now added to the map. So thank you for coming once again, and please share with your friends the new method that you have learned. Thank you.